Roma Downey is with us in Roma. What I love in Box of Butterflies is the memory of your parents. I mean, you're an orphan. You were a young 10, you lost your mother, and your dear dad. Tell us about the kindness of your father.
Oh, my father was really such a lovely, dear man, a man with deep faith. I don't know how we would have gotten over the death of my beloved mother if it hadn't been our faith and leaning into, you know, the promise that Jesus gave us that we would all be together again.
In heaven.
In heaven, yeah. My father, once when I was traveling back from England, I went to school in England from Ireland, and he had just shared with me on the telephone that he had hung up on the indoor clothesline, remembering it's very damp in Ireland.
I didn't know you had to dry the clothes inside the house, though.
We did, because it would, and so he was just airing out these yellow flannel sheets for me.
In the family kitchen?
In the kitchen. He said, I've hung them up on the line, and I was due to fly home the next day for a family event. My father died unexpectedly in the night, and by the time I got back home to Ireland and into our kitchen, the yellow sheets were indeed hanging on the clothesline, and they were the last act of kindness of my loving dad. And forever since, the color yellow has represented kindness to me. He was just a good and dear man. He also once took me outside and showed me the moon, and he said, you know, wherever you are in the world, it's the same moon shining down, and I'll leave you a message at the moon. And it just became little reminders, you know?
But you tell us in this story that you write, and you write more about your father in Box of Butterflies. It really matters what we as parents leave with our children, because we don't know when we're not going to be able to be here to do that.
That's right. That's right. I think we need to, you know, my father used to say that love is a verb, that any old fool can say, I love you. But do your actions speak? Can you tell that you love someone by what they do, how they behave with you? And my father, you know, by hanging those yellow flannel sheets on our indoor clothesline was demonstration. He stepped into loving me, and so they just became evidence of that. I didn't know then that they would be the last thing that my father would ever do for me, that he was going to pass, but he left me with a lasting legacy of love, and for that, I will be forever grateful.
Roma Downey, for the tune-up. Some of it's just good common sense in your book, Box of Butterflies. But it is a tune-up to always be preparing our hearts to receive God's blessings and give them as well. Thank you for teaching us about your dad in this book.
Thank you, Lorna.